Today, I will be reading mission and vision statements, and then we'll be introducing um, Coach Isaac. Coach Isaac, kindly give me permission to share my screen.
Give me a second, Coach Lucy. You are good now. Thank you.
All right. So I will be reading mission and vision statement. For anyone who is new or would like to remind themselves what Kingdom Business Academy is, this is who we are. Kingdom Business Academy is a Christian-based organization specializing in providing individuals with Bible-based life coaching, business coaching, leadership development, and entrepreneurial development services. We aim to empower individuals to discover and fulfill their God-given purpose by equipping them with the tools, knowledge, and support they need to succeed in all spheres of their lives. Our vision statement. Kingdom Business Academy envisions a global network of individuals empowered to become successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and agents of change in their communities. Our aim is to equip individuals with the knowledge and skills necessary to create and lead successful businesses, while also promoting values rooted in biblical principles. Our mission statement. At Kingdom Business Academy, our mission is to provide Bible-based education and training that fosters personal, entrepreneurial, leadership, and business development. We seek to empower individuals to fulfill their God-given potential by providing innovative and practical training programs that combine biblical principles with practical business skills. And our goal is to equip and support entrepreneurs and leaders who will make a positive impact on their communities and the world. So that is who we are. And without further ado, I will be introducing and welcoming our Coach Isaac. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Coach Lucy, for the introduction. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Happy New Year to you. And I hope that your holiday season went as planned. How are you? I see we started with very few people today, and it's understandable. It's a new year. But we are going to build from where we left on last year. I see with us here, there is Mercy Chipeda. How are you? We see Rose Layla Knight. How are you? We see Timothy is here. Bernard Dadzi is here. I also see Minnie. Thank you, Minnie, for being here. Ponso Jamini, you are here. Thank you. You people are so special to us because this is the group of people that are always there whenever we are on. And we want to thank God for your presence. I know some are still joining in. Karen, just join in. How are you, Karen? We thank God for you and for your leadership and for your commitment. Thank you. You are one of those people that are always committed. Yeah, I know she's even apologizing for being late. You know, what a leader that you are. Thank you so much, Karen, for that. You have heard that 2024, Kingdom Business Academy 2024, we are growing, we have new leaders. And it's actually, so good to know that most of the people that are here are actually the leaders. So you are just leaders by example, not just by name. So we want to congratulate you for being selected to be leaders. You did not choose yourself. This was by selection, by invitation only. So we thank God for that. also want to thank God for our co-leadership crew, Coach Fanny, Coach Gillo, Coach Lucy, and Coach Sear, for their continued commitment. They are still here with us. Today we have Coach Lucy, and let's send some hearts to her for her commitment and for the many things that she does behind the scenes. You know, I wish I could tell you, she does so much. Please send her some hearts. And if you love Coach Lucy, please send her some hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see those hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you. 2024 is going to be a year of growth, a year of growth. And I believe that all of us are ready to grow. Now, the question is, are you ready to grow? Are you ready to grow? Growth is painful because it causes us to outgrow certain things. Let me repeat that. Growth is painful because it causes us to outgrow things. And outgrowing things is expensive. In as much, I mean, most of us here have siblings or our parents, and you yourself, you have outgrown things, right? Every time you outgrow whatever you're outgrowing, you have to replace those things. And it's expensive to replace things that you've outgrown. That is what growth is all about. If you are growing and there is no outgrowth, you are not outgrowing certain behaviors and certain values, then it means that you are not growing. So as we come into this new year, I want to challenge you to challenge yourself to grow. I wish I knew everything that everything that easily besets you, right? Things that you know you need to grow. I wish I knew them. Then I would be holding you accountable personally and say, hey, you remember this? You need to outgrow in this. But the good news is that you know the areas of your life that need growth. You know them. If you did the introspection and the self-analysis that we challenged each one of us to do in December, then you know exactly which areas of your life need to grow. I did the same. I have my goals in all the 6 areas of my life. I have at least 2 goals in each, but in most of the areas of my life, I have more than 2. All right, minimum of 2 goals in all the 6 areas of my life. Why is that important? Because I realize that even for me as your coach, there are areas of my life that I need to grow in. So I'm challenging you to continue identifying the areas in your life, area in your physical life, area in physical life, which means that you are looking at yourself, the person that you see in the mirror, that person in your physical life, your physical body. What areas in your physical body, in your health, in your diet, do you need to work on? Are you eating right? Do you have the right weight? Do you need to lose weight? Do you need to gain weight? Do you need to lose fat and gain muscle? Do you need to tone? Do you need to, you know yourself when you look at yourself physically. There are some things that you need to change. And there are a few people that for some reason they feel they don't need to. But I believe that if you look at yourself critically, you'll find that there is an area of your life that needs growth. If you don't know, then choose 3, 4, 5 people and ask them this question. Ask them, when you look at me as a friend, as a brother, as a sister, what areas in my life do you think I need to improve? And before you ask that question, you have to be ready to receive the truth. Because when you invite people, they will tell you exactly which areas you need to grow. So we don't need to be now mad at them or angry with them because they've told us the truth. because there is no growth without the truth. So above the physical, you may also want to ask yourself in other areas of your life. For example, in the area of your spiritual life, right? You can ask yourself, what aspects of my spiritual life need improvement? And you can, is it tithing? Is it devotion? Is it that you don't have a devotional life? Is that in the area of your prayer life? Whatever it is that you know that in order for you to grow as a person, there are some disciplines that you need to involve in, especially prayer and a devotional life. In the area of Bible study, do you open the Bible and study it? So we challenged you in December to find areas in each of your 6 areas that need to grow. And today we are going to challenge you more on that in terms of goals. We have not received from a majority of you the list of your goals for 2024 in the 6 areas of your life. And today is a reminder of that. We are not done yet with the 2024 course. We still need 2 more weeks and we'll be done. And then after that, we can now begin 2024 stuff. So today, we are just reminding you that we cannot begin 2024 without seeing each one of your goals for 2024. Each one. We want to see all of them. Don't send them out randomly. We, as your coaches, we want to see them. We want to hold you accountable to your goals. If you have not yet finished setting your goals, then today is a good reminder for you to do that. So we are saying in the area of your physical and in the area of your spiritual life, find out which areas do you need to grow. Be specific, be candid with yourself, be vulnerable with yourself. If you want accountability, find an accountability partner, either in one of the people here or in one coach, and share with them and ask them to help you in that process. But I say to you, this is a personal introspection. This is a personal analysis. This you have to take yourself out and ask yourself serious questions. Which area of my life need to grow? And then from the physical and the spiritual, you can go to your mental growth. The mind need to grow. In as much as we feed our body with nutrition, the mind also has its own kind of nutrition. The majority of it, we find it through reading and studying, and also through watching of credible information on video or on podcasts. Credible. I value that, and I underline that word, credible. Don't just be in the habit of consuming what I call social media garbage. These are people that just talk about things that have nothing to do with the growth, with your growth, personal growth. They are people who specialize in knowing things that are valueless. I mean, tell me, if you know all the names of people that are on the NBA teams, what is that going to help you? How much money is that going to bring in your account? How much wisdom does that give you? There is, unfortunately, there is this empty desire among people to know and learn things that are trivial in life. Understand. There are things that are around us that do not add value to us. So challenge yourself to acquire knowledge and information that adds value to you. The books that you read, the programs that you watch on television, the apps that you have on your phone, the social media accounts that you consume, they must add value to you. Not just excitement, not just entertainment, but value to you. They must grow you as a person. So you have to ask yourself, what am I doing? What information am I consuming that is adding value to me? We are in the age of entertainment, and almost everybody, they just are looking for entertainment. Empty things that we just laugh, and then after we laugh, nothing, no value. I am not saying laughter is bad. No, 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 no. Laughter is good. Smiling is good. Joy is good. Happiness is good. But in order to grow, the things that grow us are seldom the things that excite us. The information that grow us seldom excites us. So we cannot be just consumers of things that are exciting and things that entertain us. Seldom do we learn from our entertainment sources. Seldom do we learn from our entertainment sources. The areas where we learn are the areas where after we engage with those individuals, we feel sometimes angry because they have told us the truth. We feel sometimes challenged because they are pushing us out of our comfort zones. Therefore, as you are growing in 2024, I pray that you won't have just itching ears that want to hear exciting things and entertaining things, but that you will have ears that are eager to learn something new. Ears that are eager to learn something that pushes you out of your comfort. Information that challenges you to become a better version of yourself. If everything that you are consuming right now does not challenge you, if after you listen to a podcast, you don't self-reflect, then it's time to delete it. 2024 is a year of growth. Again, I want you to write it somewhere that 2024 is my year of growth. This is my year of growth. I am going to grow in 2024. I will do whatever it takes to grow in 2024. Yes, you may have stopped growing physically, but we're talking of in the area of your mental growth. I pray that when the evidence of mental growth is in your speech. Let me say that. The evidence of your mental growth is in your speech. Because the mouth speaks from the abundance of the mind. The mind is, the mouth is a speaker of the mind. You see, everything that our computers, our radios, they have speakers, right? The speaker itself does not have the content. It just amplifies what is on the brain of the thing they are connected to. That's exactly what your mouth is. It is the speaker of your mind. It regurgitates what is on the mind. Therefore, the evidence of your growth is on your mind. The question is, when you are speaking to people, do they gain value from your words, or you only have empty, meaningless rhetoric, where you are repeating the same words over and over again? I mean, we can almost complete all the sentences because you don't grow the mind. You cannot elevate your speech until you elevate your mind. Therefore, the best way to grow is to grow your mind. Now, how do you grow your mind? Is by reading new, credible, truthful material. We say that 2024, we are going to really, really learn more than just the content that I share here. We're also going to have to share with you some books that you have to read that are written by some credible people that have changed my life. So I'm going to recommend some books, not today. Probably next week we are going to start. We have to elevate our minds. But in order to elevate our mind, we have to elevate the books that we read. You have to read not just magazines and you know those things that are just junk. Real, truthful, credible material that will push you from your comfort zone. We call this personal growth. Nobody can feed you. Nobody will come into your home to feed you with books, with information. You have to do what you did today. You logged in on your own. You signed up on your own, and you are here consuming credible information that is going to move you from where you are. And the other thing is that another way to elevate your life and elevate your mind is to elevate your relationships. There are people in your life today that are not supposed to be there. There are people who, when they come to you, they don't add value to you. They are gossiping, they are backbiting, they are complaining, they are whining. They never are part of the solution to the problems that you are facing or that humanity is facing. You know those people that are like chatterboxes. They just talk, but at the end of that talk, there is no value. It's like they're repeating the same thing over and over. They are like a broken record. In order to elevate yourself, to become a better person and have a better mind, you have to cut some people from you. Completely cut some people. Jesus had 12 disciples, for crying out loud. And you have 200 and something people. You're trying to reach out to everybody. It's impossible for you to grow in an area of confusion. Jesus had 12 disciples. He handpicked them. You have to handpick your friends and people that will challenge you to grow. Therefore, the goals that I expect to see in the area of your mind is, I'm going to read 12 books this year. For example, I am going to join a mastermind group. I am going to elevate my relationships. We actually, that takes us to the next part, which is your relational sphere. Right? You have to figure out how are my relationships? How are my relationships with the people that matter to me? You know the people that really matter to you. How are your relationships with those people? Are you intentionally growing those relationships? Are you there to add value to them? And are they adding value to you? You have to take inventory of your relationships and ask yourself, do I relate with people in a good way? What can I do? What intentional things can I do in order to improve my relationships with people? What intentional things must I do to improve my relationship with people? Question, you ask yourself, have I lost people that are valuable to me? And why did I lose them? If you don't take inventory of that, you will keep losing people that are valuable to you. Do you know that God brings people at every turn of your life? God brings people that actually are designed and meant to make you a better person and to encourage you, to contribute to you, some for a season, some for a lifetime. Right? So if you are in the habit of losing people that are valuable to you, that are sent to God for your benefit, you will not grow. as a person. Some are teachers, some are mentors, some are coaches, some are there to for various reasons. You have to ask yourself, have I lost valuable people in my life in 2023, in 2022, in 2021? In the last 3 years, how many valuable people have I lost? And then how many valuable people have I gained? Right? Because you can, if at the end of the day you lose more than you gain, then you are going to end up with a deficit. So, and those relationships don't have to just be many. They have to be quality relationships. Quality relationships, not just quantity. Quality relationships. Relationships that build you, that make you a better person, that makes you think, people that ask you questions, people that hold you accountable, people that you can share your dreams and aspirations, and they will pray for you and pray with you and encourage you to become a better version of yourself. People that don't compete with you, but people that complement you. Those are the people that you are looking for in 2024. Therefore, you have to make that analysis in the area of your relationship. Then you move from there and go into an area of your emotions and ask yourself, how do I manage my emotions? Emotions. Am I an angry person? How do I handle myself when I am angry? We all get angry, by the way. Actually, anger is a good emotion because anger validates that you know what is right and wrong, and you know what is just and unjust, and you know what is fair and unfair. Because if you don't get angry when bad things happen to good people, then there's something wrong with you. Because anger is, even God gets angry, but his anger is righteous. His anger is against sin. His anger is against the enemy. There's nothing wrong with anger, but the question is, what do you do with your anger? Does your anger cause you to lose good relationships? Does your anger cause you to lose friendships? Does your anger cause you to lose respect? Does your anger cause you to lose reputation? Because for the majority of people, they always regret the things they say when they are angry. So if that is you, then you have to be honest with yourself and be candid with yourself and realize that I need to manage my anger and channel the energy in a positive manner. Because every emotion and every feeling is energy. Are you able to contain it and channel it in a productive manner? Are you able? I know somebody who is close to me who channels their anger into music. When things go wrong in their life, they create music. They instead of breaking doors and breaking people, they sit down, they begin to write music and to produce music. That is a good, productive way of channeling anger. Some involve themselves in road rage. They leave home angry, and they're angry with every driver on the street. And they By the end of the day, they are more angry than they were in the morning. Why? Because they don't know how to channel their anger. Ask yourself, am I able to restrain my emotions? Am I able to restrain them? Or the feelings and the emotions actually take over yourself, the whole of you. And the anger opens your mouth, and the anger says some things through you. And by the end of the day, you have hurt people because you are not able to contain your anger. There are people who believe that whatever they think must come out of the mouth. They actually believe that. But people with high EQ, emotional intelligence, they know that, hey, I am angry right now, but I am not going to say anything. They are silent, not because they don't have anything to say, but because they are in control of their anger. No, I didn't say they give a silent treatment. No, they are silent. What it means that they choose deliberately not to respond to what is being said because their emotions are under control. They know that if I speak right now, things that are going to come out of my mouth are not productive, are not constructive. Therefore, they are able to suppress their emotions and control their emotions for a later time. If you speak to them about anything else, they'll have a conversation with you. Are you able as an individual to control your emotions? Sometimes we even need to control our good emotions. Do you know that you can be overexcited and hurt yourself? You can also be overexcited and hurt others in the excitement. Are you able even to control your good and positive emotions when they go out of hand? I remember a story where a young man was told that he had gotten a job. He was in a conversation with his friend, and then he received a phone call. And the lady on the phone says, hey, so-and-so, this is a person that I know, hey, so-and-so, you remember you came for interview a few weeks ago? And he said, yes. He said, I'm just here to tell you that you got the job. You know what he did? He slammed his phone on the ground with joy. Slammed his phone on the ground, it went into pieces. And then he ran around and he almost was hit by a car because of excitement. Positive things that are not under control can hurt us as well. So are you able to manage? That's why we talk of management of emotions. We have to manage them. When we see that we are getting overexcited, are we able to manage them? But another aspect is that, do you know when to express the emotions? Do you know when to express the emotions? Do you know that there are people who cannot keep a secret? There are people who cannot keep a secret. They can promise you, oh yeah, I will keep a secret. But then, because they're too excited, they'll share. They'll share. Why? Because they cannot control themselves when they are excited. You just have to excite that person, and you will know everything, even about themselves. They'll tell you everything, even to strangers that who shouldn't know. You know the people that I'm talking about. That you meet them one day, they are so happy with you, and they tell you everything, and you wonder what is left of them. But you just met them in one day. Why? Because they don't know how to control even the good things. And then we talk about the area of your vocational. Ask yourself, what are my skills? What are my skill sets that I have? There are people who don't even know what they have. What can I use given to me by God to make an impact unto others? What are my talents? What are my special abilities? Are you able to self-examine? If you are not able, can you gather people that know you, that love you, that you can ask them, hey, you know me. What do you think are my capabilities? What are my talents? What are my special abilities? When you examine me, what are they? And you have those people tell you exactly what they think. And if 2, 3, 4 people begin to align and say the same thing, then you realize they see something in you that you don't see in yourself. I had to do that myself in order for me to see what people see in me. And if you ask the right people, people that love you, people that know you, and people that have an interest in your growth and development, they will tell you the truth. And it is from there that then you begin to build yourself from there. If you are a leader, this is one thing that you need to do with the people that you lead. Because you cannot assign somebody responsibilities if you don't know what they are capable of. That is very important, because you cannot delegate responsibilities to people just willy-nilly. Delegation should come as a result of the knowledge of the skills that your team has. It may also require for you, if you are leading an organization, to find the resumes of these people and read them over and over again. It's sad in most organizations that I get involved myself in, or I'm coming, and you realize they're looking for an individual from outside, when there is an individual inside who's already qualified, but they don't even know about it. It only takes somebody to open the folders and begin to read the resumes, the curriculum vitae, and realize, wow, this person, we actually have a person in our organization who already is qualified for this job, sometimes even overqualified for the job. But because they didn't do an analysis or an inventory of the people they have, they are now looking for somebody from outside and paying more than they should when there's already somebody in there. So as a leader in your organization, or as a leader in your department, regardless of what other leaders are doing, the people that you are leading, you must know them, know their talents, know their abilities, know their special abilities, know their passions, the things that they love to do. That's why when people are applying, we are asking even for their hobbies. What are your hobbies? Why do you want to know those if you're not going to use them? We want to know them so that we can create a profile of that person, and so that we can put them where they can function better. That's what leadership is all about. That's why we are developing leaders like you, who will be able to scrutinize their team and assign responsibilities based on merit, based on qualification, based on talents and abilities, not just because they're close to you or they're friendly to you. If you want your department to grow, if you want your company to grow, identify people that will grow. They will grow your organization. They will grow your department. They will even help you grow you. Now, in conclusion, I want to challenge you. Now, I'm giving you 7 days between today and next week to submit your goals. You can either submit them to Coach Fanny, to Coach Lucy, to Coach Gillo, whoever you have a name, but I want you to do that. Because if we don't know your goals, your personal goals, we cannot help you in the manner of holding you accountable and assisting you in the areas that you want to grow in 2024. Everybody, we need to see these goals. There is no exception. We need to see these goals so that we can hold you accountable. Are you going to do that? I hope you have already been, because we have talked about this. It's very important. That's why you see we are repeating it over and over again, because this here is the foundation of growth. If you don't self-analyze, you will never grow. And in this process of self-analysis, be truthful with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be radically honest and radically vulnerable with yourself. Tell yourself the truth. When you ask yourself, am I good in keeping my relationships? If you suck, say, I am lousy, I need help. When we tell ourselves lies, we self-deceive. The worst form of deception is self-deception. That's the worst form, where you believe that you are what you are not, where I believe I am what I'm not. And I tell myself that I am this when I'm not. Because when you are self-deceived, nobody is able to push you out of that. Even truth itself cannot push you from there. So be in the habit of being candid and honest and vulnerable and transparent with yourself, and tell yourself the truth. And as I'm telling you this is one area that I do. I always sit down and analyze myself. I'm my worst critic. By the time you come to me telling me on the areas, I already know that, because I am candid with myself. The sad reality of life is that we have people that become angry with other people when they are told the truth. Part of the thing, the habit that we want to encourage in 2024 is not to be angry with anybody who tells you the truth. We are going to be radically truthful with each other. Radically truthful. Because the Bible says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Nothing grows you than the truth. Nothing, let me repeat, nothing grows you more than the truth. And nothing grows you more than the truth you accept yourself and the truth you discover for yourself. Tell yourself the truth about who you are and the areas that you need help. Don't cover it up. Admit it. Even to people, admit it. Hey, people, I'm weak in this area. I need your help. I am weak. I am unknowledgeable in this area. I need help. The sad reality is that the majority of us pretend to be all sufficient. There's only one who's all sufficient, that's God. All of us, we suck in one area or the other. And for the majority of us, we suck in many areas, if we want to be honest with ourselves. And once you discover that, then growth begins to happen. Growth happens where truth is. Growth never happens where truth is not. Therefore, we are going to be radically truthful, radically honest with ourselves, radical realist, accept reality as it is. Accept reality as it is. Be radical about it. Growth begins to happen when we do that. So we are also encouraging you to grow. Coach Lucy has already shared that we need to recruit people. Now, why do we need to recruit? Why do we need to recruit? It is a biblical principle. We call it discipleship. Each person is called by God to be a disciple, and a disciple disciples others. Right, so discipleship causes you to be humble, encourages humility. Humility. When you reach out to other people, it causes you to be humble. And you cannot grow without humility. Jesus recruited. He was the first recruiter. Jesus recruited 12 disciples. He recruited 12 disciples. We are not asking you to do something that Jesus did not do. He did intentionally. He didn't stand somewhere and just say, hey, whoever wants to be a disciple, come. He didn't do that. He walked around picking people to be his disciples. And we are asking you to do the same. We have picked you to be leaders. This is by invitation only, and we are saying you invite others. We want to grow this organization through invitation. Don't come alone. Don't benefit alone. There's this idea in some societies where we feel better if everybody else is ignorant. If we are the only ones who know, you will never grow like that. If you are the smartest people among your people, then you are in the wrong group. Did you hear what I said? If you are the smartest, if you are the most intelligent, if you are the only one who has developed and grown, the only one who is wealthy, the only one then you are in the wrong group. The Bible says, give freely as you have been given freely. So invite others, identify people. So between today and the end of the month, it's a recruitment season. Right. We are still going to learn to finish our 2024 year, and then we are going to start the new curriculum the first Thursday of 2024, February. From now until then, we are finishing up 2024, but more importantly, we are also recruiting. So we are challenging everybody, myself included. You're going to see in my social media, I am going to be inviting people to reach out to me if they need coaching, and I'm going to assess them, and you will see them here. I'm going to do the very thing that I'm asking you to do. So use various methods. There are already people that God has put around you. There are people who ask you for advice and things. Those are the people that God has already sent you. They see you already as a leader. People that ask you for advice. People that, for some reason, they are just hanging around. Invite them. Don't say too much. Just share your testimony. I've been in Kingdom Business Academy for 1 year. I've grown. I would want you to benefit in the same manner that I've benefited. They're done. And you can say, hey, come and see what we're going through. And then they come here, they hear for themselves, and they make their own decision. You're not going to make them make the decision. You're just inviting them. And they will make their own decision. If they don't accept it and they go their own way, We wish them the best, but they will never blame you that you did not share with me. Jesus says, if you invite somebody and they don't, it says, hey, brush your hands and brush your feet and wash your hands because you've done your part. You can't force people to do anything they don't want to do. But I encourage you, write down more than 12 names of people that you are going to invite so that you can end up with 12. This is a big challenge, but I think we can do it. I believe in you so much. I believe in you that you are going to do it. This is for you as a leader to show yourself that, you know what, I am going to show out in 2024. I am this here. If ever there is anything that pushes you out of your comfort zone, this is it. Probably you've never done anything like this, where you are inviting somebody to come for growth and development, personal growth and development. This is the chance for you to do. This will benefit somebody, not only one person that you have invited, but their spouse and their children are going to benefit. And to the 12th, 20th generation, you will never know the impact that you have made by inviting one person. Because when you invite that one person, their influence behind them, you cannot enumerate. So don't just look at that person, look at the other people behind them that are also hanging on their development and growth. So I challenge you, write more than 12 names with the idea, with the goal of ending with 12. Even if you end up with 6, hey, heaven will celebrate. Because, I mean, for me, I'm saying, even if this is going to help one person, it is worth it. Because that one person has many people behind them that is going to be impacted by their growth. Behind every one of us here are parents and siblings and uncles and aunts and generations that are coming. If one person out of us here succeeds, they will impact thousands and thousands of people, and it is worth it. So don't be too focused on the just the people that you're communicating. See the potential there is behind them. So this is for your growth. It is going to expand you. And also our website is live. By next week, I believe we will be able to make payments on it. But today, after we are done, Coach Lucy is going to send you a link after we are done. Those that are ready to pay their $35, please use that link. It's a temporary link that we're going to use now until the one on the website is functioning. So for those that are ready, jump on right now. You have to lead by example. I'm going to do the same, by the way. You know, nobody is not going to do that. Myself, I'm going to do that. So why? Because we want to grow this organization. We want the organization to be self-sustaining so that it can pay its own bills without going into pockets. So are you ready? Are you going to do this? I want to hear from everybody. There are 20 people logged on. I want to see 20 resounding yeses. I am ready and I'm going to do this. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't see smiles today. I don't know why people are so serious today. Yeah, now I see them. Are you ready? And if you are able to show us your camera, please do that. We want to see you. Want to see you. Are you ready? Yes, Turley Creations says, I am ready. Thank you. Thank you for that. Are you ready? I'm waiting to see more names. Are you ready? Minnie says, I'm ready and I'm going to go all the way. Wonderful, wonderful. Ponzo Yamini says, yes, coach. Ponzo is ready. Coach Lucy has 3 yeses. Yes, yes, yes. Coach Alex says yes, and yes, I'm ready, and I'm going to do this. Wonderful. Are you ready? I'm reading names because I want everybody to commit. This is a commitment. Boy Paula says, I'm ready, yet I'm still have financial difficulties. Imagine that she's ready and she still has financial difficulties. God will provide. Wonderful. Matumelo says, yes, yes, I'm ready. Bernard says, yes, yes, ready and eager for growth. Wonderful. Timothy, yes, says, yes, I'm ready. Carol says, yes, I'm ready. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Back to you, Coach Lucy.
Thank you so much, Coach Isaac, for charging us up this new year. Now you can imagine we haven't begun what has been set for 2024. We're just concluding what was begun last year. And this is the energy and the tone that has been set. So for every one of you here, you need to read the mood and know that you need to commit for 2024 as well. So purpose to be a member of KBA this 2024, and I'm sure by the end of the year you will not regret. All right, I will open the floor for 1 or 2 questions because of time, and then we'll conclude. Kindly, if you have a question, just raise your hand or type it in the chat, just 1 or 2 questions, and we will be concluding very soon. All right, there's a question here. How can we deal with the things that we do not say in order to protect our mental health?
Thank you, Coach Lucy. The question says, how can we deal with the things that we do, that we do not say in order to protect our mental health? Let me ask Coach Karen, could you elaborate? Could you unmute yourself and elaborate that question, please? Because I want to make sure that I understand what you're saying. Can you elaborate it? Can you shed more light on it?
Thank you, Coach. Well, I was wondering because you were talking about how we can deal with our negative emotions and how sometimes we have to just close our mouth and do not say words when we are angry. But what about a person who's always keeping her mouth shut, and she feels like she cannot speak and she cannot put limits? I mean, how do we protect our mental health in order to have better relationships and healthy relationships? Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. I knew it was deeper than what was said. Thank you for that. This is very, very, very important, right? I'm going to give a summary response, but I also intend to write a more elaborate answer to your question so that others can hear about it. This is a very important question. So when I say that you have part of emotional growth is the ability to control your emotions so that you know when it is not appropriate to respond, especially when you are angry. Now, what is important is to realize that that ability to remain silent is a temporary fix. We cannot be silent for everything that is said against us and forever. What is important is to realize that, right? I am angry. Let's say, for example, right, you, Coach Karen, you say something to me that is hurtful, right? And I realize that the moment you say those things, I am also angry, right? and I read it that, no, I am angry. And I realize that if I responded to you in that incident, in that moment of my anger, then I'm going to escalate what is happening between us. So, in the spirit of self-control, I may choose not to respond to you in the manner that I feel inside of me, right? And then I remain silent, but not forever. I remain silent until my emotions give way to reasoning, right? And then when my emotions have died down, when I'm no longer as angry as I was when the words were said to me, then I am going to do the responsible thing, right? I'm going to call Coach Karen and say, hey, Coach Karen, you remember we had a conversation in the morning and you said those things that you said to me? That really offended me, right? That really offended me. But I could not respond in that moment because I knew that if I responded, I was also angry. This had the opportunity to blow up, to become even larger than it should have been. So now I've calmed down. Now my emotions have gone, but I just wanted you to know that your words hurt me, right? And it said, what am I doing by that? I am releasing my feelings through words, right? I am releasing them. But more important to that, I am releasing them in an atmosphere of growth, and in an atmosphere that will cause Coach Karen to say, I'm sorry. I didn't even know that when I said it, it hurt you. But if I had responded in the manner, in the time that I got angry, I could have also said angry words to her and hurting words to her, and the situation would have blown up unnecessarily. So, to answer your question, is that silence is never a solution, a permanent solution. Silence is a temporary solution. After the feelings have died down, after the emotions have died down, we need to do the responsible thing to reach out to the person that hurt us and to tell them in a peaceful manner, in a redemptive manner, that they hurt us. And even tell them that, I've already forgiven you, but I just wanted you to know that it hurt me so that we can avoid it for tomorrow, right? When we build emotions and we don't say the things that we shouldn't say, for example, if you are married and your husband or your wife hurt you today, tomorrow, and you don't say those things, we begin to build resentment toward them. And we can only do that to a certain point until we explode or implode, which both ways is never a good thing to do. So for every emotion, for every hurtful word, for every emotion that happens during our relationship with people that we know and love, we have to say it out. But that saying it out, we have to find a good place and time that doesn't cause the situation to become worse than it should have been. I'm going to, like I said, I promise I'm going to give a more detailed response to it because it's a very, very important thing. But in the interest of our time, we just want to close now. But thank you so much, Coach Karen, for such a question. Very, 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 very important. Over to you, Coach Lucy.
Thank you. In the interest of time, we will close with a word of prayer. Let's pray. King of glory, we come before you this day. We thank you for a successful first session of 2024. Thank you for everyone who's stuck and committed here to grow. King of glory, may you expand their understanding, their commitment, and anything that they may be wanting so that they can be able to make the most out of these sessions, King of glory. Even for the membership, we ask for provision that those who really want to commit to learn and grow may be able to benefit from this year's sessions, King of Glory. Thank you for everyone who's joining us today. May you meet each one of them at their points of need. Thank you for those who are part of this community but haven't joined us today. May you remember them as well and meet them too at their points of need. We thank you once again for Coach Isaac, who you have blessed us with. May you continue filling his cup and giving him more wisdom. As we disperse and continue doing different things, may you be with us, guide us, and protect us. And until we meet next time, may you be with us. In Jesus' name, I pray, believing and trusting. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week.